Today we're celebrating this channel reaching 1,000 subscribers, and if you're considering starting your own YouTube channel, you're in luck because the topic of this special video is going to be taking a look at some of the mistakes made and lessons learned so far in my journey. Now, I've brought you to Mount Tom, and so here we are. I guess a preliminary lesson is just be prepared for things not to go as planned. There are going to be mistakes. There are going to be issues in making videos. Be patient as you work to make progress. That being said, lesson one, biggest mistake I think I ever made. Lesson one is to take an audience first approach to your video production, to building your channel. And the mistake that I made was early on, I just made videos. I made whatever idea came to mind, and that's a great way to start developing your skills, but it's an awful way to build a channel. You can't just make something, put it out there, and expect people to respond. You have to do research first. And this starts with figuring out what is your niche going to be. What's the main topic that your channel content is going to revolve around? Now, my recommendation for figuring this out is sit down, take out a piece of paper, write down all the ideas you have, all the topics that you think you'd be interested in making videos around. And then once you have that list, turn to the computer and do some research. The first place that you can go is YouTube. Start typing in phrases that you think people would be searching for that relate to the topics that you wrote down, or write in the topic directly and see what YouTube spits out. Look at the recommendations it gives for common searches related to your topic, and then see how those videos and how those channels are performing. Another tool that I highly recommend is vidIQ. And I believe they still have a free version available, a basic version of this tool, where you can type in, again, the keyword, key phrases, and then you can get a score. It will spit out to you the search volume, as well as the competition level, and as well as an overall score. And if the score is above 50, then it might be something worth pursuing. And so once you've figured out, now you have it narrowed down. This is the list of things I'm interested in. You're basically creating a Venn diagram. You're trying to find where your interests overlap with audience demand. Once you've figured that out, the research doesn't stop there. You need to continue doing research into your audience. Figure out what their needs are. Figure out what their problems are. Figure out what you can bring to the table. And this is what you're going to build your channel on, is basically serving this audience. So the research is an ongoing process along the way as you build out your content and figure out what the demands of your audience are. When I was a little kid, my father was a bald man. Trust me, it matters, and I promise there's going to be a lesson. Now, we used to go to the video rental store a lot, and one day we go in and we split up. I'm looking in one section, and then I turn and look. I see him in the back of the store, and he's holding a case in his hand. So I walk back there, I grab the case out of his hand, and I say, "What are you looking at?" Now, this is where I learned two very important lessons. Lesson one, not everyone that's bald is my father. And lesson two, sometimes strangers can be pretty friendly and welcoming, even when you're behaving like an obnoxious kid, because this gentleman started to explain to me exactly what the movie he was looking at was about. But the real important question here is, why is it that he picked that case up in the first place? And therein lies the lesson for building a YouTube channel. And the answer is, it's the packaging. Now, even though we don't go to video rental stores anymore, we behave much the same way. Think about it. If you're scrolling Netflix or any streaming platform, or you're looking through YouTube, what are you looking at? You're looking at the packaging. You're looking at the thumbnails and the titles. And those are two things that you have to give significant consideration to. And I'll be honest, this is still a weak point of mine that I'm working on, but it is something that needs to be worked on and developed nonetheless, because the title and thumbnail are the hook that capture people's attention. And then if they decide to click, then you have to deliver on the promise of what you communicated in that title and thumbnail. So make sure that's something that you're giving the attention it deserves. The next lesson, don't obsess over analytics when you're starting out. The way I look at it is analytics are a useful tool, but if your channel is still in its infancy, it's like running an experiment. You need enough data for the results to be meaningful. And so you have to run enough experiments, you have to publish enough videos, and you have to give it enough time for the results to actually tell you something significant. If you're just starting your channel, I think the most important thing is to see that you're seeing slow incremental growth and that you're continually looking at your videos and trying to figure out how you can improve for each subsequent video. Now, if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, but you're intimidated by all the technical aspects involved in making a video and you don't want to make the climb all by yourself, check out my free videography challenge course that you can access on my website at videographyessentials.com/challenge. As I continue to slowly make my way up the mountain, I'm reminded of all the martial arts students I've brought here through the years to make videos, and I would encourage you to embrace the community aspect of video production. It can be more fun when you get other people involved with you, whether it's people that you know, like the videos that I've made here, or if you want to go out with your camera in public and start making basically street cinematography type videos like I do for another YouTube channel that I have, you're going to meet people. Now, you have to embrace the fact that sometimes you're going to have some bad experiences, but most of the time it's going to be a great experience where you get to meet people that you wouldn't have otherwise had the opportunity to meet. For instance, I didn't know these people. Or these people. I didn't know these people either. Or these people. And the list goes on and on. So if you've been thinking you want to get out in public and start making videos, I encourage you, if you're nervous or anxious, try to flip that and turn that into excitement, because I think it'll be worth it in the end. Remember that making videos is a skill and that it's a process to develop that skill. I think that YouTube and social media in general is an interesting phenomenon where, because it's so easy to pull out your phone these days and capture a video, that people expect going into it they're going to publish a few videos and achieve instant success. And that's just not the way it works. Could you imagine if you started learning how to play the piano? You would never in a million years think that after a week or two of lessons that you're going to fill a concert hall and receive a standing ovation for your performance. That's just absurd. And we have to reframe things and realize that there's a lot that goes into learning how to make videos. There are a lot of skills that come together that you need to work on developing before you can expect to achieve results. So much like it takes time to learn how to play the piano or to achieve black belt in martial arts or become an expert volleyball player, all of these things we know take time and we understand, and we need to remind ourselves and stay grounded as we approach the art of filmmaking. You know, I do love the beach and I can't wait to be back in Florida, but it is also nice to change things up and be back in a place that I have so many fond memories. And I think the lesson here for YouTube is, as you build your channel, once you have enough content, you're going to see that there are certain videos that are performing well, and you're going to want to double down on those videos. You're going to continue to explore those areas of interest. But while you do that, and it is essential that you do actually do that, but at the same time, it's also important to give yourself permission to try new things. Give yourself permission to mess up from time to time, so that you are willing to experiment and venture off into new territory to see what else may be of interest to your audience. You know, I've done a lot of filming up here through the years. There's a lot of videos that have never seen the light of day either. So I think the biggest tip I have for you is this: if you want to start making videos, start making videos, and understand not everything you make has to be published. But if you want to get good, you have to get started. That's just the reality of life. So get out there, start making videos, and see what you can make happen. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I do want to thank every one of you that has subscribed to the channel It means so much to me to see the growth that we've experienced over the past year. And having run a martial arts school for many years and worked with people in person, teaching classes that were 20, 30, 40 people, running a school of 150 students, realizing how many people that is that I'm interacting with on a weekly basis. To me, 1,000 subscribers, while for a lot of people it might be something that they consider to be insignificant on YouTube, it's something that I find to be very significant, because I try to picture all the people that are a part of this channel, that are actually actively choosing to subscribe and to watch the different videos. And again, it means so much to me, and for that I thank you.